there. Welcome to 20 for 20. My name is Kathleen Draper, and I'm with the Elks National Foundation. Today, I'm joined by Caleb Matthews, a 2021 Top 20 MVS Scholar sponsored by Corvallis, Oregon, Lodge number 1413. Thank you so much for joining me today, Caleb.
I'm glad to be here. Again, my name's Caleb. I'm from the lovely little town of Philomath, Oregon, just outside of Corvallis, and I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you here. And you recently started your first year at Stanford University. So can you tell us how that's been going and, what you've been studying and things like that?
Yeah, it has been truly incredible. I had pretty high expectations, and they have been far and above surpassed, which has been a really, really fun experience. Everything. Hang on just a second.
Mhm.
Everything from the quality of teachers to the quality of students around, just the attention to details and everything. Something I geek out about is just kind of a design nerd is like they have the same fonts on everything and the same color scheming, which I really appreciate. Yeah, so that's been a really great time. I'm currently looking towards majoring in product design, which is sort of like mechanical engineering with more psychology, human stuff in it. But we'll see. I'm excited to just sort of take classes and see where life takes me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm so glad that you're enjoying it so far and that everything is going well. And I can definitely relate to that attention to detail. In communications, we love some branding. But that's great to hear that you're excited and that things have been going really well and your major sounds really, really cool. So I'd love to hear more about that. But before we get into that, there are a lot of Elk Scholars at Stanford, including several members of the 2021 Top 20, like yourself. So have you had the chance to reconnect with any other scholars on campus yet, or meetups or anything?
Yeah, it was really fun actually. I'm trying to think of I bumped into two different ones. And I'm trying to remember when. I can't remember the first one, but I remember I bumped into Halan at we're both in a Christian group called Chi Alpha.
Okay.
I really, really enjoyed it. But I showed up to a meeting and she was just there, and I was like, "Hey, I know you," uh, which was really kind of a weird experience because I didn't really know anybody else at Stanford, but I was there new because I'm from sort of a small town, and
Mhm.
so that was really fun to be like, "Ha, I know somebody. I have a connection."
Yeah, and you had originally met on Zoom, right? Through
Yeah, we met
yeah,
on Zoom. So I was like, because we did that, I can't remember what it was called,
the
that like
leadership weekend,
weekend
I
sort
guess.
of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
And so I was
yeah,
like, oh, I know these people.
that is
Yeah.
so cool to go from the screen to real life. That's really great that you were able to connect and just kind of randomly too. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Scholars are really everywhere, which is something that is a really cool aspect of the program. So what do you hope to do with your degree in the end? I know you talked a little bit about product design and development with the human focused aspect on that and engineering, but what do you hope to do with that in the end, if you know already?
Yeah, I can describe to you the best I understand it myself. I'm really not sure exactly if this is the major I'll stay with. Um, but I want to end up doing something that I sort of affectionately refer to as like human nerd translation. Um, I love the sort of ins and outs of nerdery and technical stuff. And I love taking confusing and complicated technical jargon and making it like intuitive for people.
Mhm.
Um, and so I think maybe a way of doing that is product design and sort of going between the engineers and the people and finding the in-betweens and saying this is what they want and why they want it.
Mhm.
And explaining to the people this is why this is built this way. Um, and so I think that might be sort of a place for me to go, but I'm not exactly sure how I'm getting there. But something along those lines I think would be really, really exciting because I like people.
Yeah, that does sound really exciting. And especially there's a lot of room to grow in that with, I mean, we're very modern now. There's a lot of really cool technology coming out. So that'd be really awesome that you would be able to kind of translate that for people to understand, like me, who knows nothing about technology stuff. So that would be really, really awesome. And, you're a freshman, you've got plenty of time to figure it out, which is great.
Yeah,
Um,
thankfully.
yeah. And something that's really important to all of our Elk Scholars, besides what they're passionate about and what they're interested in studying and pursuing, but that's service. So could you tell us a little bit about what service means to you?
Yeah. What service means to me. Yeah, I believe that serving and loving other people is sort of our fundamental purpose in life. Uh, so right now I've got going. I'm part of the worship team at Chi Alpha, which has been a blast. There are so many incredibly talented musicians at Stanford,
Mhm.
um, but I also have found a way to sort of set up my room as sort of a lounge sort of thing. So when people are tired or they just need a snack, I always stash food from the dining halls. Um, so we always have food. We have like nice jazz going to just sort of take care of and love on people because I think that's a really important thing. And so I'm trying to find a way to uh, find some sort of opportunity like that maybe over the summer that sort of follows my major and is something I can also learn from. But yeah, so sort of like my career. We'll have to see where I go.
Yeah. Well, I love that you've created kind of a little community both within Chi Alpha and then also within your room and a place for people to gather and be together. And that I think that's really important after a lot of time where we have not been able to be together. So I think that's really cool that you've been able to do that. And what is being an Elk Scholar going to help you achieve?
Well, I think first and most practically, it lets me attend Stanford, which has been remarkable, and I am every day so thankful I get to be there. Um, I mean, the just the raw caliber of students is incredible. Um, I did the math because I thought it was entertaining. My floor alone has a 15% Olympian rate. 15% of the kids on my floor are Olympians. Um,
Oh my God,
and
that's
so
crazy.
just the opportunity to simply be around these people um, and learn from them, I think almost even more than what we learn in classes. I think for the most part, like classes have better teachers or worse teachers, but there's roughly you get roughly the same stuff out of it.
Mhm.
But the people you get to meet and the things you learn from each other has already just been astounding. Um, so I think already that's been a huge impact of Elks in my life. Um, and I'll be excited to see how that grows and shifts over time. I know there's a really pretty thorough and detailed Elks network that I have had no time to really dig into or look into yet. But I really want to. That's a project of mine over Christmas break, actually, is to sort of figure out how all that stuff works because there might be someone who knows something about product design or human nerd translation that I can go talk to.
Yeah, definitely. There are tons of Elk Scholars out there who are doing incredible things, and being able to have that community kind of at your fingertips is really, really nice. But that is just incredible that you have so many awesome people in your dorm and people who have achieved such incredible things and have so many different perspectives. So that's really exciting. And what makes you an Elk Scholar?
What makes me an Elk Scholar? I have a cool hoodie, um,
Yeah. Oh, he's
which I
got the
left
great
in my
maroon
dorm
hoodie. We
room.
love that.
Um, yeah, I mean, I think most of the Elk Scholars are pretty well definable by that question you asked about service. I think you can generally look and you can sort of spot them, and you go, oh yeah, that. Or if you didn't know it already, you find out and you go, yeah, that makes sense. That fits. Um, I think it's that love for people and what's the acronym? The BPOE, the best people on earth.
Yeah.
It's that loving for people and caring about people uh, that I think makes Elks the community is within itself and the community it is to the world around it.
Mhm. It's definitely a big family. That's why we always describe it as the Elks family because of that love and that centering on community and each other. And it's really exciting to hear that you and other scholars recognize that as well. And you've talked a lot about the different things you've been doing on campus and things that you're interested in, but what's something you're passionate about outside of academics and service?
Passionate about outside of academics and service. Um, I have recently discovered that like going on walks is kind of fun. I've never I've never really been a big like walkery joggery person, but campus is just gorgeous. Truly a beautiful campus. Um, and so I started off just sort of going on walks to try to find my way around and know where stuff was. Um, I've really enjoyed it. It's a great time. I get to like talk to my parents or call friends or talk to other students and get to know more about them. Um, it has been really a wonderful time. Um, and I've also been trying to learn how to play the piano because there are so many, like I mentioned, there are so many talented musicians. And
Mhm.
so like everyone can just play the piano. So it's like, okay, somebody's got to teach me. Y'all know too much for me to not know. Um, and it's been really, really fun. We have a piano in our dorm. So I go sit down there and play it a lot.
Yeah, that's awesome. I can totally relate to the walking. I got really into walking at the very beginning of the pandemic when a lot was shut down, and it was a good excuse to just leave the house. But yeah, it's a good way to relax and unwind and just kind of enjoy being outside. And that's really cool that you're learning to play the piano. I think that's awesome. Um, and then if you could say anything to the Elks, what would you say?
I could say anything to the Elks, the whole genre.
Yeah, and anything in the world.
Anything though, I mean, honestly, I just gotta say thank you. You all are such a blessing to me. Um, to be able to get to do what I get to do is a remarkable experience and not one very many people get. Um, and so I'm just beyond thankful for the ability to get to do it and have these experiences and go on walks and learn the piano and do worship with people and study and drink hot chocolate with peppermint in it. um, it is truly just a blessing. I'm so thankful for you all. um,
Yeah,
really
we're really
appreciate it.
thankful to have you as part of the Elks family, of course. Well, thank you so much for joining us today, Caleb, and thank you so much to everyone for tuning in. If you liked the show, hit the like button below and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Thank you so much for connecting with the Elks family, and we'll see you next time. Bye.
All right, bye.